Okay, this question 25, 2008, NAPLAN paper non-calculator section. Okay, it says in a set of 4 consecutive whole numbers. Now, consecutive numbers are numbers that go up one at a time. It says the largest number is given the value of v. So let's say v was 10. Then the next number below it would be 9 or 10 minus 1. So if the largest is v, might be 10 for example, the next one would be 10 minus 1, which is 9, or v minus 1. The next one would be 8, or the original value v minus 2. And the one before that would be v minus 3. So that's 1 smaller, 2 smaller than that first one, 3 smaller. So the smallest number in that set of 4 consecutive numbers would be v minus 3. Okay? Now for question 26. Now question 26 says the graph of 2x minus 5 will be drawn on this grid. Which 2 points will the straight line pass through? And you can do a table of values here if you like, or that's one way of doing it. So I'm just going to do a couple of values. I'm going to say when x is 0, let me work out what y is. So looking here, y is 2 times 0, take away 5. Now 2 times 0 is 0, take away 5 is negative 5. Now for those that know their y equals mx plus b quite well, you know that the y-intercept is negative 5. So that first graph, when x is 0, y is negative 5, would be down here. Let's try another point. I might do, since we've got some points up here, I might do, say, the point 3, when x is 3. Let's see. When x is 3, 2 times 3, take away 5. So that first one was negative 5. This is 2 times 3 is 6, take away 5 is positive 1, sorry. So 6 take away 5 is positive 1. So my next point is the point 3, 1, 3 across 1 up, which is through point A. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to join those 2 points that I've done. And we can see that our the 2 points which our line will pass through are A and C. Now another way you could have done this was to look at point C and substitute it into the equation. So you could have done point C, which has an x value of negative 1, and you could have gone 2 times negative 1, take away 5. Now 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, take away 5 is negative 7, and C does pass through the point negative 1, negative 7. And to exclude B, notice they're only, but there's also D as well. So look, I probably would have done that point there. You also know that it's a positive gradient because y equals positive 2x minus 5. So you know that the line and the y-intercept's negative 5. So you know the y-intercept's negative 5 and it's got a positive gradient. So it does seem that A and C will be the right points. But what you could have done is substituted the different values for each of these points. You could have even put negative 2 in there. X is negative 2. And you would have got negative 9. Well, this is not negative 9, it's negative 1, so that was definitely wrong. You could have substituted x is 1 for point D. 2 times 1 is 2. Take away 5 is negative 3. That's definitely not negative 3. So the answer is A and C. Now for question 27. John has these 4 number cards. And it says which 2 cards show numbers with the same value. Now let's just work out what these are. 6 squared means 6 times 6, which is 36. Okay, 4 cubed means 4 times 4 times 4. So you're going to have to work these out, okay? So 4 times 4 is 16, and then you want 16 times 4. Well, to times a number by 4, you can do it this way. So you can go 6 times 4 is 24, carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 2 is 6, and you get 64. Or another way you can times a number by 4 is to double it. So 16 plus 16 is 32. And then double it again. 32 plus 32 is 64. So far we know that that's 64. This is 36. Now, 2 to the power of 6 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. I mean, there's a way that you can do this is you can go 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 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 8 times 8 is 64. Or you just keep multiplying by 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32, 32 times 2 is 64. So, and the other way of doing 3 to the power of 4 is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. If you keep multiplying by 3, it'll take a while, but what you can do is 3 times 3 is 9, and this other 3 times 3 is 9, so 9 times 9 is 81. That is the easiest way to do powers of 4 or powers of 6. So the two that are the same are the 64s, so 2 to the power of 6 is the same as 4 to the power of 3, and therefore it's this last answer here. Now for question 28. It says to find the value of 7m squared when m is negative 3. 7m squared means 7 times m squared. So we go 7 times, we substitute what m is, and it's negative 3, put it in brackets, and we square it. So we do 7 times. Now, negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9, because a negative times a negative is a positive, so we get 7 times 9. And 7 times 9 is 63. So our answer to question 28 is 63. Now for question 29. Okay, it says, on Monday, Tim read 40% of a book, and on Tuesday, he read 25% of the remaining pages. And the question is, what percentage of the whole book did he read on Tuesday? Okay, so if we consider the whole book to be 100%, then if he read 40% of the book on Monday, then he's got 100% minus 40%. In other words, he's got 60% of the book left over. Now, on Tuesday, he read 25% of the remaining pages. So then on Tuesday, he read 25% of 60%. Now, 25% means a quarter. So he read a quarter of the 60%. So a quarter of 60, well, a half of 60 is 30. So to do quarters, you halve the number and you halve it again. So a half of 60 is 30 and a half of 30 is 15. So therefore, he read 15% of the book on Tuesday. Okay? Now you really need to know your the fractions like 50%, 25%, 75%. It makes it so much easier. Otherwise, you've got to go like this, 25% of 60, and start working that out. Now, look, you should know that 25% is a quarter. It really makes it so much easier. Otherwise, you know, some people are going to be cancelling a 0 there and there and doing 25 times 6, which is 150, and dividing that by 10, which is 15. But, you know, it does take longer to do that. So 25% of 60%. It's much better if you know that 25% is a quarter. Okay, question 30. The height h meters and age a years of a tree are related by the following inequality. In other words, the height is less than 4a take away 3. That means 4 times a take away 3 for values of a between 1 and 10. Now it says which pair of values satisfy the inequality. Look, I don't want to start with the first one. I think we should start with maybe this one, and let's try. So h is 10, so I've got 10, so I'm substituting here. So I've got h is less than 4a minus 3. So I'm going to substitute the h for 10 is less than 4a, means 4 times a. Now this is 4 times 3, because a is 3 in this case. Take away 3. Let's see what we get here. So we get 10 is less than 12. That's 4 times 3 is 12. Take away 3 is 9. Is 10 less than 9? No. So it's not that. Let's try this one here. H is 6. So is 6 less than 4 times whatever a is, which is 2. Take away 3. Let's try that. Is 6 less than 4 times 2 is 8. Take away 3 is 5. Is 6 less than 5? No. Right, let's try the first one. Maybe the first one was right. So H, 2 is less than 4 times whatever A is, which is 1, take away 3. So is 2 less than, what's 4 take away 3? 1? No. Looks like it's going to be the last one. So it's not that. Let's try the last one. 20 is less than 4 times whatever A is, which is 6, take away 3. So is 20, so here I'm just doing the working out. 20 is less than 4 times 6 is 24, take away 3, that's 21. Yes, 20 is less than 21. So the answer to the last one is, to question 30 is the last response there.